So hello, good morning, dear friends. Today we have the editorial, and this article is about the two political leaders and the mess or quarrel between them two of us. Let's see how what happened exactly and why this quarrel took place. We are going to see. So the title is Talking Governor. So on tensions between Arif Muhammad Khan and Kerala CM. So on tension between Arif Muhammad Khan and Kerala CM, Kerala is witnessing an ugly spat between the governor and the chief minister. So Kerala CM was witnessing a brief quitty quarrel, which was the quarrel very ugly, and they are the witnessed, and whatever happened. So that's why the quarrel is took place. And let's see, scroll down. Kerala Governor Arif Mohammad Khan's outburst against the ruling Communist Party of India and its functionaries, including Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, marks an essential intentions between him and the elected government. So Arif Muhammad Khan's the outburst is a sudden expression of a strong feeling, especially an anger. So this feeling of his anger is outburst against the Mr. Vijayans, because something has happened there, and we are going to see that, and that's why this quarrel took place, and it is become the reason of both of the tensions. Until now, Mr. Khan and Mr. Vijayan had maintained a functional relationship despite their apparent differences. Means in the politics, people have to maintain their relationship, even ignoring their differences, and same like that, they both were doing that. But at the heart of the current flare up is the Kannur University's controversial decision to appoint the wife of Mr. Vijayan's private secretary as an associate professor. So the heart of the current. So heart of, it's a idiom, and the meaning of is like to be the most important part of something. So the wife of Vijayans, she became the part of private secretary as an associated professor, and that was the reason of the quarrel between them both of us. And yeah, even here is one flare up. Flare up, it's a phrasal verb. The meaning of this like a sudden outburst, the feeling of anger which outbursted. And yeah, Mr. Khan, who is also the chancellor of the university, has been critical of the move, but his decision to hold a full-length press conference crossed a line and damaged the majesty of his office. Means Mr. Khan's wife became the private secretary as their universities, and Mr. Khan want to say that it will damage the reputation of their university, and hence he pointed out this thing, and that's why he argued. And in the pressure, Mr. Khan lashed out at the CPI functionaries and labeled some of their actions as being anti-national, nepotism, and anti-social. And this thing, that's why Mr. Khan lashed out. Lashed out means he hit or kicked out about that thing. And he pointed that thing and started to argue, and became this mountain to the molehill. Scroll down. As an unelected appointee of the center, a governor of a state is expected to appreciate the popular mandate of the elected government. Here, as an unelected appointee, unelected means not chosen person or organization that is registered. So the unchosen person who is appointed of the center, a government of state is expected to appreciate the popular mandate. So they are expecting that they should appreciate because they chose his wife as an secretary, private secretary, but it's not happened like that. Even by going public with his views, Mr. Khan has precipitated a situation which should have been avoided. Even when this thing went in the public, so Mr. Khan precipitated means he make something specially wrong and a very bad thing. And that's why after listening Mr. Khan's point of view, other people are also agreed with him. And the CPI and other parties in the ruling left Democratic Front, led by Mr. Vijayan, have reciprocated the government's feelings, making the exchange nasty episode. Even after listening the Khan's point of view, he said in publicly that and after listening him, the leaders made by the Vijay, they are also agreed with Khan's point, and they made this nasty episode. Nasty episode means unpleasant and very bad uh, situation. Let's scroll down. Among other things, representatives of the ruling front have called Mr. Khan an unhinged agent of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Mr. Khan could have raised his concerns, however valid as he might deem them to be. So among the things representatives the ruling front have called Mr. Khan. So unhinged agent means Mr. Khan wanted that he wanted that he should make the mentally ill to the Vijay, to Mr. Vijay. Means Mr. Khan wanted that he should make to the Mr. Vijay mentally ill, and that's why this was the aim of him. And that's why he make this little thing to the big issue. And however valid as he might deem them to be, they means to have particular option. But Mr. Vijay, rather than treasuring a completely avoidable public spat, this thing they can avoid it, but they make this big issue. And Mr. Khan's unprecedented public criticism of the elected government is encourages with the high office that he holds. But the issues that he has raised put the ruling front of the defensive. And the issues that whatever Mr. Khan raised, it became the front of the defensive. One can debate whether a governor is mandated to enforce standards of the governance, but Mr. Khan is evidently not restrained. Means this debate can be avoidable, but Mr. Khan was stick with that and he was steady there. Restrained. Restrained means steady. Not showing strong feelings, but he was steady there. And he had raised a huge and cry over the practice of state pensions to political appointees who serve as the personal staff of ministers for 30 months. Let's scroll down. Mr. Khan has now locked horns with the LDF over governance question related to the universities and the crippling of the Lok Ayukta, the anti-corruption ombudsman that might lose its power to punish to the state assembly Ombudsman means a government official who deals with the complaints made by the ordinary people against the public. So whatever the corruption ombudsman that might lose, so that official publisher might be lose its power to punish to the state assembly, and the governor has made it clear that he will not singing two acts, one related to higher education and one on Ayukta. So the governor has made this, everything is clear, and they decided to. There are two things. One is related to the higher education, and one was related to the Lok Ayukta. Just scroll down. Regardless of the Assembly's powers to make such laws, the moral case for doing so is rather tenuous. So the Assembly powers, they make such laws, and they made some laws which was related to the moral cases. For doing so, it's rather tenuous. And electoral majority is the foundation of representative democracy, but institutional checks and balance are also its integral parts. Means people don't trust such a kind of things, like they should make the balance between things, then they can avoid this type of quarrel. So the elected government and the governor should both pipe down. Pipe down. It's a phrasal verb. The meaning of this like stop talking or be less noisy. So they should be less noisy, and they should stop talking about this mess and find out the solutions. Then they should focus on their university. Then only it will be helpful for both of them, and discuss this question in the calm manner with the objective of seeking solutions and advancing the state's development. So, as I said, they should stop doing argument and find out the solution in a calm manner, so that it will be helpful for development of the states and development of university, and yeah, it will be helpful for both of them. So yeah, it was the editorial. It was all about the editorial. So what is the tone of editorial?
Critical.
Critical.
Yeah, it should be critical.
Okay. What's the meaning of hue and cry? Am I audible?
What? Yeah, planet come up.
What is the meaning of hue and cry?
Where is that word? Candy, can you?
Please scroll it up. Yeah, there.
Hue and cry. So yeah, he had raised a hue and cry over the practice of state pension. Means he raised this question, and which was the reason for their cry. And I'll check out the meaning.
Don't it, I feel it's conflict. Raise a conflict over the practice of state pension, like something like that.
Okay. I will tell you the meaning of hue and cry. Hue and cry means it's something happened, uh, like a mm, yeah, like there were any protest going on, and you are literally defending something. That's the meaning of hue and cry. A
Okay,
strong
thank
public
you.
protest also to support from the public on any point of view, any uh, something will happen in that state anywhere.
Okay, thank you, man.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I said thank you.
Google, there is a written the meaning of hue and cry. It's a term used in English criminal law as early applied in the cl- canonical fight between two parties.
And that's what I said. Hue and cry. There is conflict over the practice of pension to political appointees, something like that. Okay.
Hello.
Shall we go now?
Thank you guys for attending this session, and this session will upload soon on YouTube, so you can watch from there also as your wish. And if you want, you should subscribe our English Learner YouTube channel. Thank you.
Thank you.